Yeah. So first of all, we'll just begin with a broad question. So, what are your thoughts on the level and progression of umpiring in the game today?
So if I have to look at so you're asking me about the current level of umpires, or you're asking me about
I'm asking about the current level of umpiring in international cricket. Yeah.
Okay. I think there is if I look at the current ICC elite panel, I think they've got some of the best umpires there. And I speak to this from an experience with interacting a couple of with them personally, because the ECB has certain when the umpires come here for umpiring for certain matches, we have sessions with them. So for example, Aleem Dar, Aleem Dar is somebody whom I consider one of the best umpires on the circuit currently. He made a very valid point when he spoke to us. He said, cricket is a game of angles. If you get your angles right, your decisions will be right. Then it will be very difficult to get a wrong decision if your angles are correct. Aleem himself has gone through personal tragedy at a very critical juncture in 2003 World Cup. So he spoke to us about how you could get through tough phases too. Dharma Sena, for example, was another umpire whom we got to interact with. I think that he's also quite good, though he does get a lot of flack a lot of times. But if you see his percentages of decisions, it's still extremely high as compared to a lot of other ones. Michael Gove, I mean that guy is he's now become the gold standard, almost reaching Simon Toffel kind of levels. So these current umpires which the elite panel has is extremely good. Nitin Menon, and I was extremely happy that Nitin Menon has reached the elite umpires panel this year. It's extremely nice to see his name there, and he is good. He's good, and he's got praise from a lot of people around this time also. Then below the elite panels, there is an international umpire of panels, which is not the elite panels, but they go to all the other matches. That panel is also quite good. But the umpiring panel, the umpires do get a lot of flack as you start. We would have seen possibly the case of Steve Buckner, for example. As they start reaching their end of phase, as they call it, umpires need to know when to call time. If they do not do that at the right time, I think that's where your error percentages start creeping in. And then even your 2 or 3 decisions against the so-called strong boards will then affect you quite a bit. So those are there. But the current stage of umpiring, I think, is there are some very, very good umpires there. And the ICC has set in a good policy of even allowing from the lesser known nations, there is another pool of umpires from where they have put up a pool for international matches. And that, though they are being coached and mentored, that is something which every board possibly needs to do. If there is a second rung of umpires which are there, then they need to be nurtured. And the ICC is doing a good job of that. So in terms of that, yes, umpiring currently they have some very good umpires, but they are lesser in number. I think that we need more umpires as the game opens up after COVID and a lot of other things start happening around. Those we need, because currently, even because of COVID, the international umpires are not being, neutral umpire policy is currently being withheld. So a lot of home umpires are getting a chance to do their umpiring in most of the home country matches too.
That's an interesting piece of perspective from Aleem Dar about cricket being a game of angles. And based on your interaction with, plenty of these international umpires, are there any other, either advice or thoughts shared by them that you have been able to use in your umpiring career?
Okay. So I'll share what Kumar Dharmasena had shared, though I don't know how many of it use it. So Kumar Dharmasena, when he had put up his playing boots and he wanted to become an umpire, he said he did a very strange and funny thing. He took a photograph of himself in an umpiring clothes and put it up in his room. And he said, "This is where I want to get." And that is something which he used to get onto the ICC panel of umpires. I'm not saying everybody should do that, but he said that everybody needs to find their particular point of driving them if you have to get there. And It's not easy to get there because there are only specific number of umpires who get there. So that is something which is a challenge. S. Ravi, who was there, he's very he's very, how should I put it? Not so methodical. He's very astute at doing what he does. He had a certain way of doing things. He would note down certain things. He was a man of noting down. So he would note down a lot of stuff, and then possibly he makes notes quite a bit. Then a lot of umpires who would interact with us, especially when the ECB national conferences happen. That's when Ian Gould and all these people have come down, and they would speak to us about specific incidents. They would speak about man management is something what everybody has harped about.
Okay.
They said decisions is something which will always happen. The advent of technology will make some of the things easier for you. But if you can't manage the people on the field, just like you would do in an organization, you will fail terribly at your job. So whether it is at their level, it is whether it is a Virat Kohli or whether it is any other captain whom you are dealing with, if you can't manage the people there, it's going to be a difficult job for you. And these players realize once they see that an umpire is good, they will know when to cross their lines or not. So it happens in our cases also. If you have not managed the mischief maker at the right time, then it will blow up. It happens quite a bit. So that's something which all the umpires have told us, that manage them at the right time and you will see that your game proceeds without a hiccup.